Alright. Hello! It finally came! It finally came! Oh, I had to go through a bunch of crap to get this CD. Um, I'm still trying to get the stream stuff working. I think the only way I can do the stream is if I don't have the webcam or microphone on. I'll just good final cut. 2018 reissue of Megadeth's classic debut album, completely remixed and remastered. 7 bonus live tracks. That's 1984 3-track demo and liner notes by Dave Mustaine. I've not opened this thing yet. It's kind of in a paper sleeve, which is kind of cool. So here it is. Killings by Business. Business is good. The final kill. Well, I already messed up on that. So the songs are a little bit hard to see. There's Last Rites, Love to Death, which he played piano on. I believe the piano and organs he played. I'll explain that in a minute. Killing is My Business. Business is good. Skull Beneath the Skin. Rattlehead. Chosen's One. Looking Down the Cross. Mechanics. These boots. I've heard stories about these boots, how it wasn't supposed to be on here and he put it back. Then we have the... It's kind of hard to see what it says. Okay, so the next songs, those are all live, and then Last Rites, Love to Death, Skull Beneath the Skin, Mechanics, those are the demos of this. So what I want to do is put this over here because I have in my possession the original print of the CD, not the re-release. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on that. Combat Records. That's who they started with. It's kind of hard to see. It says 1985 there. But, so what I was talking about is Dave played the piano on it. It says right there. Dave Mustaine. Lead guitar, vocals, and piano. Chris Poland, David Ellefson, and Gar Samuelson. So, definitely more tracks. The art definitely looks better. I'm pretty sure this is how Dave wanted the art to look, and there's a video that talks about behind the scenes of how this art was made, and it looks 3D for a reason because they did like layers. So like the skull was here, bones were here, the sides were there, chains. It was really cool looking. If you can find it, I recommend doing it. I believe if you're a Megadeth Cyber Army member, you can look at that. So let's take a look at the original one. Story behind this is a plastic Halloween skull. The cover on his eyes, just a soda can with tacks. I believe those were fish hooks. There's a knife there, and he said they used ketchup. Well, the thing is, every time I look at the album cover, I don't know where the ketchup is supposed to be. Like the ketchup is supposed to be the blood, and it's like, where's the ketchup? So you can definitely tell the fonts have changed. Let's open it up. It's kind of hard to open CDs with one hand. So there's a list of the songs produced by Dave Mustaine and Cart Fay. Special wishes, special thanks to, and all that. It's pretty cool stuff in here. There's more proof. 1985 Combat Records. Combat Records is coming back. I believe David Ellefson is getting that going. So here's the CD. It's in really good condition. I found this at a thrift store and I was like, I need this. It's what began my collection, which I will be showing off in a minute. So there's the original. This is the new one. Let's try to open it up. And Dave Mustaine uses Dunlop Tortex guitar picks. It's kind of hard to open this with one hand. Let's open it carefully. Oh, the sound of opening a new album. Oh man. Part of me didn't want to open it, but I want to open it just because there's stuff inside. Good lord. Plastic on the side there. It's kind of a pain, so I'm going to go ahead and put this back on my stack of CDs. So here it is. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh man, he's got like some old pictures. Good lord. If you follow Megadeth, David Ellefson, and Dave Mustaine on their Twitter, their Instagram stuff, they've been showing stuff off, and they've been showing some of the older pictures. This side has nothing. It's just blank. Oh man. Oh, that CD. The CD. Hold on, let's look at that background. Good lord. That's cool, but look at this CD. Compared to, well, I guess I can spoil my collection that I'm going to be showing off. That one's just silver. This one, holy crap, that's cool. been noticing artists have been going to these like paper kind of sleeves lately. Not sure why. Okay, so we got the CD. I grabbed the little booklet out, so let's close this. Let's look at that. Oh man, the smell it has. Oh, it has a new paper plastic smell. Like it's hard to explain what it is, but like if you open this, you'll smell it. Oh wow. So we have the lyrics. Oh man, he kept the original, like who originally played it. So the story behind this is that he wanted to do something for his anniversary, and they've already remixed this CD. So what he did is he took his current band members and re-recorded this entire album with them, which is really cool because it's like, does that mean we're gonna have these songs show up in set list? Because that'd be really cool. These boots. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Look at all that. Oh man, this is hard to read on the camera. So let's see if I can get this to focus. I can't, so I'm gonna have the camera stare at this and I'm gonna read it. Let's see, what's it here? I was out for revenge. I admitted the words hypocrite, betrayal, treachery, cowardice, and the fact Metallica needed my songs to make their first record, or there wouldn't be a Metallica. Sorry for that. Just took them, and just took them when I said no. Just fueled my fire. I also revealed a lot more about my credibility in the future of Dave Mustaine than they probably wanted it to. Fast forward to modern times, we're all cordial, and there have been 30 anniversary reunions, Big Four shows, and hopefully more in the future. We're all hoping for more in the future. Another Big Four show would be great, because I'm pretty sure every band has released at least one album since their last Big Four show. This record was recorded on a shoestring budget by a first-time producer, me. That's Dave saying that. Engineer and our first manager slash supplier, and 4 strangers that became best friends, even in 4 moments. So, if you've not read Dave Mustaine's book, he talks about all this. Like they got a budget to record their first album, and they used like I believe, oh excuse me, at least 80% of that album, 80% of that money on drugs, and they had to like quickly record all the rest. It's insane. Never mind the arguments or the times one of the band was beat almost senseless or kicked in the face by me, or the times another member was beat down for one reason or another. We were Megadeth, and goddamn right we are dangerous. Yeah. Oh, I just read the books. Read both books. Read Mustaine's book and Elson's book, because good lord, they are great. Fortunately, with one or more strung out band members every day, we had to make sure everyone was physically able to play, and the fun task of finding them in El Montre or Saris got pretty old pretty fast. But that is who we were, and that is why this record is so important for thrash metal, hard rock, heavy metal in general. I relived those days again whilst remixing this record, and although I don't ever want to really live those days again, I'm just as much amazed at the music we made as I am at the pure fact that we survived it all. You read the book. Like, I'm gonna stop saying it. I'm gonna say it one more time. Read the book. You'll understand what he's talking about. I'm actually gonna close my laptop. My laptop's taking off the spaceship. Interestingly, Mark Lewis and I actually found a missing drum performance by Gar that was used on one of the songs. See if you can find it. Ooh. So one of the songs has a missing drum performance that Gar did, and they re-added it. That's cool. In closing, excuse me, if you would have told me that I would be starting a 35-plus year career from Killing's my business, I don't know that I would have believed you. Hell, that was longer than I was alive at that point. I imagine if you I imagine if you would have told me this record, my first solo effort after leaving my last band, which was born out of such great anger and torment, would be such a success, I would have kicked you in the face too. Love and Bruises, Dave Mustaine. Killing is my business meant just that. It was another level of aggression and really brought the guitar riff to the front of a new form of music known as thrash metal. It destroyed commercial music. It was the way for myself and millions of metalheads moving forward. Looking back on it 30 years later, they paved the way for extreme thrash metal. Killing is their business, and business is still good. Cheers, Vinnie Paul. Oh, Vinnie Paul! He put a letter in there. That's cool. So that's the album. I'm not going to play music because it's copyrighted. Let me go ahead and put the sleeve back in here. Good Lord, I'm excited to listen to this. I'm going to have to pop this in my desktop. Alright, so I'm going to stick that over there. I'm going to go ahead and talk about all of this. So I have the 1985 print of Killing is My Business and Business is Good. It's in really great shape. And I would say it's probably my second favorite, only because the album that got me into Megadeth is obviously going to be my favorite, and that's always going to be that way. I mean, it's like, you have the original of this band's, but the album that got you into them is definitely going to be your favorite. So I'm trying to move some of this stuff out of the way so I can spread these all out. So the next thing I have is this is Megadeth, Holy War's Punishment Due. It's a demo disc. This is how the UK did their singles / promotions. I believe they still do this. So this has song 1 is Holy War's Punishment Due, 2 is Lucretia, and 3 is edited interview. I believe it's censored. It's just a blue CD. See inlay for full details. And if you see the part that's see how like this is kind of white and this is silver? That's how much space that take up. It's not that much. Yeah, this is 1990 Capitol Records. Something else I got. It was a couple bucks. It's kind of cool. Doesn't want to stay closed sometimes. Move that over. So now I have one of the songs that I fell in love with as soon as I heard it. Hangar 18. See Vic there dealing with aliens. So this has Hangar 18, the AOR edit, Hangar 18, the LP version, The Conjuring, which Dave doesn't play anymore. And, I respect his choice to not want to play that. Hook and Mouth, which is cool. So you see the crosses and the symbols and all that. It's basically, who published it, who edited it. It's really cool. There's the alien up close. Go open it up inside. Just a blank piece of paper. I believe this is a drum head that they used. One of the drummers used. They've had numerous drummers. I can't remember which one uses, but I'm pretty sure this was the drum head on it for a while. Next is what is this one? Oh, this is Foreclosure of a Dream. I only know that because it says it on the side. So on the back has Foreclosure of a Dream, Skin of My Teeth, Foreclosure of a Dream, the edit. That's 4 minutes. Let's see. Max Norman for On Your Bike LTD. God, that just sounds so weird. 1992. So this is a year after I was born. I was born in 91. We're getting close to the album that got me into Megadeth. Let's move that around. I know my desk is a mess, but I'm trying to do a lot of stuff at once. So next I have Sweating Bullets. And this cover is so clean that it's reflecting my posters onto it. So we got Sweating Bullets. The songs it has is Sweating Bullets, the live version, Ashes in Your Mouth live, Countdown to Extinction live, frickin' Menza and Friedman. Everyone's like, we want Friedman back. And Dave has said he's asked Friedman, he's like, hey, you want to come back? But Friedman's in Japan. He's doing like TV shows. He's got his own thing going. He's just really busy. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind coming back for a reunion. It's just he has to make time. So we open it up. Just a simple black CD. Nothing special. There's a few minor scratches, but it's like on the outside of where the music is actually at. So it's nothing to worry about. That there. Now I have another single. That's right. I have like more singles than actual CDs. So this is Symphony of Destruction. It's the first song I heard by them. It's crazy. Symphony of Destruction, Breakpoint. I can't remember. Yeah, previously unreleased at the time. Breakpoint was not released. Go to Hell, which is, yeah, from the Interscope soundtrack album Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. They made it for that album, but it's a good song. It's not that much different than the other CD. It's just black and it has music notes, which is kind of cool. And now the album that's my favorite because it's the one that got me into Megadeth. Countdown to Extinction. I'm trying to angle it so it doesn't reflect all over the place. And the first time I saw this, I was like, this is creepy. This is really creepy. But listening to it, this is like when a bunch of bad shit started happening to me as a kid. So, I needed some music because I figured out music was like my outlet to get rid of feelings and anger and all that. So this is Vic Rattlehead, and before I get to the songs, fun fact, these are all different skulls. I believe there's like a baby skull in here. There's animal skulls, all that stuff. So, Skin of My Teeth, Sympathy of Destruction, Architecture of Aggression, Closure of a Dream, all the way down to Ashes in Your Mouth. Freaking Menza. There's that again. There's art in there. I don't feel like taking all this out. The next album I have is Cryptic Writings, the original Cryptic Writings, because there's a new one that has black, and I believe the cross and all the symbols is the gray, and the words still red. I wish I had the version my dad had, because we had to get rid of a bunch of stuff when we moved. And the version he had, whenever you opened it up and took the CD out, there's a patch behind there that was this logo, which was really cool. It didn't say Megadeth or Cryptic Writings. It was just the logo minus the words, and it looked really cool. And I even drew this in class one day, and people were like, that's cool. I was like, yeah, it's his Megadeth cover. Go listen to him. I mean, the back's a little weird. It's like, that doesn't look like a Megadeth cover, but whatever. Next album. I love this album. A lot of people probably don't. And it's the original cover. It's Risk. My dad had this one signed. I wish there was a way I could have convinced him to let me keep that. And I say original because the new cover has see how that cat's looking into something? The new reprinted cover shows a mouse hole. The cat's looking in. There's a mouse inside with cheese. So yeah, Risk, which Dave Mustaine said in a magazine. I can't remember which magazine. They did an interview, and they talked about drugs and other stuff, and he was like, if I ever did drugs again, we'd have another Risk album. I mean, honestly, if anyone from Megadeth, past, present, and future, sees this, I love this album. I really do. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy listening to it, singing. It's different, but it's different in a good way. So, enough of Risk. We're going to go on to the final album I have, which is Dystopia. I love this album. It's definitely different. Just waiting for years. It felt like years waiting for Dave to reveal their drummer. And he was like, oh, the guy from Lamb of God. And I was like, oh, okay, that's just a rumor. And then they actually confirmed it. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So now I have another Megadeth CD for this giant collection here. If you're wondering what the posters are, it's just Fallout stuff. There's the map for 3 and the DC. So yeah, I'm slowly building up my collection, but it's kind of weird because you look at it's like plastic. You get this one, it's like paper. I mean, artists are starting to do that. Metallica's Hardwired was this kind of stuff. The Gorillaz Humans album was like this, I believe. Death Album 3? Yeah, Death Album 3 had this stuff. Artists are starting to go to this. It's probably cheaper instead of this. I prefer this though because this, if you're traveling somewhere and this slides around, this is going to get beat up. This gets beat up, you know what you can do? You can easily replace it. You can go buy a bunch of blank CD cases and replace it quick. This gets beat up, you're like, I'm going to start taping you together, bud. So, yeah. 35 years of Megadeth. 35 years. And just think, I'm 26, so, I'm older than a lot of stuff people have. I'm older than internet. I'm older than a lot of video games. Older than a lot of stuff. But not Megadeth. Megadeth is older than me. Which is fine. I would love to know your opinion. What's your favorite album? What do you think of let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. I have 5. What are they? singles. Something I wanted to check. So this has, excuse me, sorry for that. So that is for Closure of a Dream, Skin of My Teeth. So that's 2 songs. Sweating Bullets, Countdown to Extinction. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Symphony of Destruction, 5. So I have 5 of the 11 songs on this album in single form. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.